Welcome back to Total Battle. I'm just catching up on my troops and army. My name's Ting, and I'm part of the Sand clan, which I'll show you. Here's my clan and all of its members. Some aren't in the territory, some are, but this is just such an awesome battle strategy game. I know it may look a little bit overwhelming and a little bit confusing to begin with, but I promise you, if you stick at it, you'll have a really good time. The whole idea of the game is to develop your city and develop yourself as a player by growing stronger and stronger, like however much you play it. I started off with the tutorial, the absolute nothing. I purchased the starter pack, which was only like £4.50 at the time. And from then, I've just been developing my city more and more. So if we zoom in, you can see all these different players, right? You can see all of their different levels of their city. That big building there is the clan capital, that there. And this one here is a clan fort. That increases our territory. And because of rules of engagement, any resource within the territory belongs to the clan. And that's pretty cool. We've got some real active players and some not so active players, but that's why it's important to keep on top of like your players and how they're developing. As you can see here, this guy is going to attack this rare barbarian squad, and he belongs to Nightfang. Nightfang's one of my players. He's quite a good player, to be honest. He's really up for growing. He just wants to keep on developing and growing, and his main focus is that. It is a strategy war game, so you will need to practice attacking certain monsters, getting more points, because the points mean prizes. In essence, you can grow bigger army, stronger, and develop. And you know that he's an ally because he has a blue line. If they are red, they are not an ally, they are an enemy. And you know that you can see where they're going. As you can see here, got another player down here. Who's this? Tiyomuro. He's off to this village. Why is he going to the village? Because the village has got 330,000 silver in it. So he's going to go to that city and collect all that silver so that he can spend that silver on whatever he wants. Reviving troops, buying troops, purchases within the game. Who's this here? We've got Arafat. Arafat is sending someone, or he sent someone somewhere to do something. Once they've done what they've done, they're on their way back to the city, to his city. And yeah, that's pretty much how the game rolls, basically, in regards to players sending out troops and bringing them back. But as they bring them back, if we go to my city, if I zoom in, my city, level 11, click on that. There's me, Ting, my score. If I enter the city, you can see my city. So here, this one's important. This is my city capital. It's a level 11. The more you build your city capital, right, the more it increases certain things. So at the moment, it provides 700 might, which is my score. Might is your score, okay? That's what people can determine how powerful you are or how much you've developed. I get 15 assistance from allies. Ingot production. Ingots are gold ingots, okay? That's what you pay taxes. If I click on taxes, gold ingots are produced in the capital and you send them, okay? So you pay your taxes, they go to the kingdom. And the reason why we have those taxes is so that the king of the kingdom, okay, because the kingdom's huge, he will use those to purchase bonuses for the entire kingdom. So if we zoom out of the map, like this, you know that I've got a clan. My clan is within a kingdom. And if we take a look at the world map, bear with me. Here we go. Look at the world map, global map. You will see that here is the kingdom. Okay, so this is one kingdom out of loads and loads of kingdoms. So you're seeing the magnitude of this game. It is huge. There are, I'd say, maybe millions of people playing, millions. And each of those are in their kingdoms and they've got their city. that could be in a clan, and that clan is in the kingdom, and that kingdom has a king, and my kingdom's king is King of Sky. And if we click back in there, that is our kingdom's capital, one of our wonders of the world, okay? And yeah, it belongs here. So if I go back to my clan, like if you want to take a look around, you can move on the map. Here's a neighboring clan, okay? They're doing their thing. We're really good, I suppose. We're mutual. We don't attack them. They don't attack us. I'm in good communications with their leader. And we also have another neighboring clan over here. And same situation. These guys are actually really big. Look at their territory. It stretches far. They've got a big clan, I think over like 70 members. And they're doing really, really well. And yes, they are also mutual. We are also in good communications. Now, as much as it is a war game, and you can attack other players, the reasons that we keep good communication is because on this game there's something known as the rules of engagement, and those rules of engagement are respected by a lot of players because they breed fair play within the game. So if someone attacks you, you can retaliate and attack them as long as it's within the rules of engagement. It also protects younger players because younger players, right, are vulnerable. Let's say there's this young player here who hasn't moved his city yet into my clan, this guy Andor, okay? Andor's score is 10,000, right? It would be very, very bullyish if I attacked him. I've got 218,000 score and he's only got 10,000 score because he's still developing. He started out. I remember when I started out, I got attacked loads, got absolutely destroyed, and it isn't really fair. So under the rules of engagement, we have a rule in the rules of engagement that says do not attack players 50% low your score and do not attack players 50% above your score. It keeps it very fair. And the reason why is because if you attack a player 50% above your score, as much as they have the right to attack you back, it's very like ridiculous. Like this guy. If Andor was to attack me, it'd be very wrong of me to attack him, because I'd just destroy him. And therefore, he wouldn't have a good experience. He would learn 100%, but he wouldn't have a good experience. Now, a lot of players feel like they need to join this game, buy a whole load of packs, like purchase a lot of things to boost and enhance their, I would say, career. But the truth of the matter is, if you go and buy a whole load of stuff and you don't know what you're doing with it, you're not going to develop the way that you should as a good player. My advice is to start like everybody did from scratch. Maybe purchase a starter pack for like £4.50. Let's take a look at these packs. Buy a starter pack like this one here, Total Development, a really good one. You get given some gold, you get given some like experience points, extra stuff, just the basics that you need to get going. Maybe buy that like I did, because that does help. But I would not recommend going and buying loads of stuff that you don't know what to do with it, because all you're going to do is advance your city and your power and your might, but you wouldn't know how to sustain it. Let's say you bought loads of stuff, developed an army that's over like 3,000 strong, but you don't have the developed captains to use the army properly. And not only that, you wouldn't even know what to send to what specific fighter. Like for example, if I click on this here, this barbarian squad, okay, I'm going to zoom in for you so you can see. This is just one. Okay, you zoom in. Right, this barbarian squad here, you can attack these, okay, and you want to make sure you pick the right captain and the right troops to send to fight them. But how do you do that? And I'll tell you. When you click on a certain enemy or a certain monster, their stats come up. This is a wolf rider, barbarian mounted unit, okay? Their strength is 150 and their health is 450. This is important information. Their leadership is 3 and their initiative is 10, okay? Their strength against ranged units is plus 60 and their strength against siege engines is plus 40, which means if you attack these with ranged units, i.e. archers, their strength goes from 150 plus 60%. So 60% of 150 is roughly about 80. So if they attack you, they're not hitting you with 150 per unit, by the way. They're hitting you with well, over 200. And that is per unit. So there's 1,200 there. So whatever you send at them, make sure that it is not archers because it will minimize the casualties. Same over here. So you've got these there and you've got these here. These are also a barbarian, but they're a melee unit, the goblins, not like the previous ones who were mounted. And their strength is against mounted units, plus 10%. So the idea is, you remember, I'm not going to attack with mounted units, and I'm not going to attack with ranged units or sieged units. So what would I attack with? Well, I would attack with spearmen, because spearmen, if we take a look at our troops, right, here we have mounted units, which we're not going to use. Okay, riders, we're not going to use because they're vulnerable. And archers, which we're not going to use because they're also vulnerable. But we are going to send spearmen. The spearmen are a melee unit, and they also have strength against mounted units, which is good because we're going to be attacking the mounted units. So their strength is 90 plus 59%. It increases their attack. So we must remember that. Another thing to remember as well is the initiative. When you send troops, you must pay attention to their initiative. And the reason being, because initiative 10, right? Initiative is 10. And your enemy's initiative is also 10, which means it's 50-50. We don't know who's going to land the first blow. It's really important to remember, because whoever lands the first blow normally can weaken their opponent first. It's like they've got 1,200 troops. If I land the first blow, that takes out about half of them, maybe even all of them, which is great because then they can't attack back. However, if they attack me first, I'll lose half my troops, and then my attack on them is only half. You know, so initiative is important to pay attention to. Most enemies or monsters and stuff that I've come across, their initiative is 10 and mine is 10, and it's always a 50-50. You never know if you're gonna, you know, do well, you land the first blow or not, but it's something to pay attention to. I'm going to do a lot more videos like this, explaining a lot more things. So if you've watched so far, you know what to do, you know how to do it. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and look forward to the next. All right, thank you very much.